And welcome back to the place where we play every Shantae. Dear Shantae, someone named Roddy Tops replied to my message. She says she knows the whereabouts of the next magical stone. She travels with the zombie caravan, which is camped east of Watertown. Hope this helps. Friends always, Sky. Yep, that's the next stop. Gotta go find that caravan. Thanks again, Wrench. You were a big help. And I'm back. I just went in the dungeon to do a few little things. And okay, if I'd had the nerve to venture left last time, I would have found a save, which would have been useful before heading into the dungeon, but turns out we didn't really need it, because it was a pushover. Easier than tipping over a cow, which, by the way, don't do, is quite rude. And we're traveling through the dunes and getting a look at this guy in the daytime, where he will hopefully, yes, be much easier to deal with. The Beatles always. Gotta love that drill. Shantae really needs to be in a crossover fighting game, don't you think? So much potential here. I think there was a campaign to get her in the last Smash Brothers as well. Hope she makes the next one. I'm sure she'll be even more well known by that time, so here's hoping. I don't know if she's big name enough because, you know, that's about the longest running, most cherished franchises. You know, you've got to have really top billing and a well-known pedigree to make the cut. But in terms of abilities, she's got more than what it takes. Love to see it happen. And down the Nagas go. Whoa. Oof. Come on, man. There we go. It's all me. If I just practice a little bit more patience, everything would be alright. And we're going to have to travel a long way, but now that we have all these squids, I ought to have enough to create a warp zone finally. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the way to Oasis Town. Yes, this is where we want to go. Won't make it before nightfall, that's okay. And are you still in that ditch? No, not you, your friend. The one to the left here. Did you ever make it out? No, you didn't. Ah, well. Should have brought a ladder or a rope with you. Oh, and I was mistaken. The last episode, I told a little anecdote about that parable. It's actually a fable. The scorpion and the frog. And I really hate to give misinformation, so for the few of you who might have actually cared enough about it, I wanted to recorrect the story. So the way it goes is, there was a crocodile who was going to give a frog and a scorpion a lift. In some stories, it's a snake instead of a scorpion. And the frog was hesitant because he knows you're going to bite me, you're going to sting me, so on and so forth. And the scorpion or snake said, no, I won't, I promise not to. So then they get on the crocodile and cross the river. And halfway there, the scorpion stings the crocodile, I believe it was. And then they all sink into the river. And the frog says, why did you do that? Now we're both gonna die. And they said, well, it's in my nature. Still a terrible telling of it, but that's closer to how it goes. Big fan of fables, by the way. If you've never read Aesop's Fables, not Aesop Rock, the original Aesop, I highly recommend getting hold of a copy. You could probably even find versions of it online. Probably one of the most plagiarized written works of all time. I've seen fables from that taken and reconstructed and reconstituted in so many forms and flavors across a variety of languages and cultures. It's quite impressive, actually. But not as impressive as this Vanish Cream, so I'm buying tons of that. Yes, very, very useful item. If only it lasted longer. But we can't have everything. Restocking up on exit candy too. Now these mints, I haven't tried them out yet, but I'm going to get some, or already have some. Supposed to boost Shantae's attack. We'll get a look at that at some point, I'm sure. And do I want more health? Yeah, probably a good idea. In case of emergencies, I know the difficulty is going to ramp up at some point. At least I'm expecting it to. So, best to be prepared in the short term. Alright, let's check in on our friend Sky. She's been very helpful in a short amount of time. Hope everything's going good with her warbirds. And we did get your letter. Roddy tops. Yeah, here's hoping they'll be helpful. Gonna have to find them first. Warp Squid Hut, this is where we want it to be. Because I believe, yes, we only need to deposit one more, baby. Here is your baby. Yes, it's yours. Take my word for it. Oh, she's gonna teach us something. This is what we wanted, guys. So now, anytime we like, we can perform this very complex dance. And we can teleport back to Oasis Town. Day or night. Fantabulous. And we're rocking and rolling right now. Decent on items. Alright, time to proceed to Watertown. Because I want to create another warp. Here we go. This town seems to be situated equidistant almost from a lot of areas. It's almost a nice central location, but turns out I don't have quite enough squids yet. I'm one shy, so we'll come back to that. Need to work on my arithmetic. He's looking out for drop-dead gorgeous zombies. Can I interest you in the film Warm Bodies in the meantime, Bolo? Can that hold you over? Yeah. Not one to judge, but yeah, you might want to go with somebody who's still living. You know? It's good that he's a very open mind and everything, but in terms of compatibility, there are certain common interests that you want to share. I mean, for example, what's going to happen at the dinner table, you know? I mean, he's going for the meatloaf for the casserole and, you know, she's going for him. Wouldn't it be good? Yeah, to each their own. And again, this music track that I enjoy so much. I'm sure there's some fireflies hidden about here, but it's daytime. You really can't tell because of the rainstorm. And don't like those specters. Probably best to leave them alone. These fire spewing whatevers are not so bad. Still can't be bothered with them either. I'm looking out for, okay, it's nighttime. I'm looking out for areas to put my elephant form to work. I know there are certain obstacles that, will lead to my death. Can be destroyed with its headbutt. Don't see anything over here though. A little slow down there. We're starting to see signs of the Game Boy showing its age. Got ourselves a firefly. We were just talking about them. Yeah, I am going to try to find all of them actually, or at least 12. Because I'm very interested to see what that scroll contains back in Watertown. I'm pretty bad at this. Again, I just need to slow down. Just watch what I'm doing before I do it. But again, the placement for enemies and hazards in this game is a little unkind sometimes. And we'll see that more and more, I'm sure. But still, I could be doing a better job of avoiding them. Get a little more proactive in that area. And I guess proactive is a legitimate English word now. I remember when it was just a buzzword to make people sound smarter than they actually were. Poochie. I know I got some Simpsons watchers out there. That's not too obscure of a reference. Because most of mine would be, most likely. Looks like a giant snail shell, but nothing's there. And don't question it. Praying mantises. Never a pleasant sight in video games. Always some of the most obnoxious of enemies. So why am I fighting it? And it started it. And it's taking several hits with my stronger attacks. I'm impressed. Okay, watch out for the pits. There are the pits. Let's see. Can I get the jump on you? Kinda, sorta. Yeah, the hair's not gonna be enough for this one. Just in time, sunshine. Good time to change, I think, while the coast is temporarily cleared. See what's up top here. The only advantage to fighting during night is, you know, being on the lookout for firefly. Oh. Okay, so they are giant snails, and they bite. I wasn't aware that snails could bite. But the things I don't know could fill up several planets. And we're just going to try to avoid them as much as I can, because if you can even hit them, I would imagine they take a ton of attacks. Don't have the time for that. Oh, this was going to be tough. Made it. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. That block looked like something the elephant might be able to tackle, but you know what? I kind of want to get to the zombie caravan, so that's what we're going to do. And we're getting close because I smell zombie. Green people coming out of the ground, it can only mean one thing. Okay, that's not the caravan. That looks like a dungeon. Everybody take a mental picture. We're coming back here, I'm sure. These graphics are really good, aren't they? Again, guys, Game Boy Color, not Game Boy Advance. This is original Game Boy hardware. Came out in the late 80s. Just with some color added. This is spectacular. Way forward, you guys are amazing. I just want you to know that. This game is really... Oh, this looks lovely. So lush. So green. And so much variety. And there are people who say that this game has aged badly, or that it's a lackluster start to the series. Are you sure about that? I don't know. And one of the popular YouTubers, some call me Johnny, he did a video about the Shantae series, and I really respect his opinions and value them greatly, but he made a comment about the music for this one not being very memorable at all. Not worth noting. I respectfully disagree with that statement. And that's really all I have to say about that. But he's a cool guy. Check out his channel if you haven't seen him. You might like him. Really seems to appreciate platformers and action games in general, so like a lot of the things that he covers. You know, I'm being a closet Sonic fan, or at least I used to be. I'm completely outed now. I don't care. I'm not ashamed for what I like, just because some people in the fan base have earned a bad reputation. You know, I'm just a guy who enjoys the older games especially, not so much the newer stuff, but very much looking forward to Sonic Mania, and yeah, gonna let the cat out of that bag. I'm definitely going to be covering that game when the time comes. Can't wait. That is the Sonic game I've literally been waiting for over a decade at this point. Well over a decade. And enough about that. Let's focus on one hero at a time. Heroine in this case. Got ourselves another Firefly, so we're starting to build up our collection. Slow but sure. And there we go. Finally getting some use out of that elephant. Okay. One hit kills is always nice. Very generous. And, okay, that statue doesn't do anything, just there for show. Little decoration. Adds to the ambience of the area. Somebody's desecrating and defiling these tombstones. Can't have it. Leave the graves alone. Can they rest in peace? Huh? Can they get a little rest? Life was long and hard for them. This is their time to relax. That's how it should be. Wow, okay, yeah, I can just bust through everything. But these tree crawlers look invulnerable, so I'm not even going to attempt it. And what do we have here? This looks like a zombie caravan, doesn't it? So, let's check it out, guys, in the next episode. Hey, 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 hey.